All right, welcome to Albert Gallatin. For a great softball game, we have Alex Arnold and myself, Jared Plisco, bringing you some sports action on the Albert Gallatin Sports Network today.
Yes. First time for softball, correct?
Yeah, I think this is the first time in school history to do
Yes.
softball, so we're expanding our horizons
Yes.
and got the equipment outside.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful day out today. A little bit of wind. You're going to have to be wary of the ball in the air today, but beautiful day for baseball.
yeah, you can't beat this for a March day.
Now,
So we're trying out some new cameras and as well as in terms of positioning and stuff like that. So that's a big thing on our part. Just like these
Yes.
girls are for Beth Center and Albert Gallatin today, they're going to have this is a scrimmage, so you're going to see a lot of action from a lot of different players,
yes.
and we're going to see how ours works out too. So
Yes.
this is our scrimmage.
This is our scrimmage. That's right.
So some new things that I've noticed in the softball world. Did you notice the first base?
I did notice, and I was confused for a while.
Yeah, we had to get some clarification right away, but the clarification on it was that's the safe zone is the orange
Yes.
part of the bag.
And
so.
as a first baseman, I can relate to that. Many times my heels and instep of my foot gotten trampled on, so that's a good addition as the safety base.
Well, we have Maddie Flowers to take the mound. She's going to be our pitcher today for the Colonials. She takes her first pitch.
And it is a strike.
So
Beautiful pitch to start out here as we are underway at Albert Gallatin Area High School. Steps back on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Little high.
yeah, a little change up there. The first one, she looks like she came with the fastball. The second one, come
Yes.
back with a little off-speed pitch. So
And that's one thing we have to look at. It's pitching success today is if we keep changing speeds and changing location. Unpredictability is perfect in pitching. And,
that's strike number 2.
Nice way to frame it. It looked a little bit outside, but
Yeah, we're going to have to. I think the Colonial fan base is going to have to grow and expand this year. We're going to have to get the K thing on the outfield if we continue
Yes.
this run.
yes.
Maddie with the toss, and she fouls it off. So another low off-speed pitch there.
Yep.
Yeah, Maddie Flowers here. She's a 9th grader, freshman this year.
Yeah.
Pitcher and plays outfield.
Looks really mature for her age as far as her pitching goes, so anxious to see how she performs this year.
You know, and talking to Coach Searock, some of the people who see pitch day will be obviously Maddie and then Mackenzie Mosier.
Yes.
Puts one on the
To
ground.
third.
Hannah Umble to third. Right to Lindsey Robinson at first, and there's her first put out of the game.
Nice strong throw.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you got to have a strong arm to play third, and
Yes.
and Hannah definitely has it over there. So.
Yes. That's one thing I was watching early on in warm-ups. The Colonials look really strong out on the field here today, so that'll be something to watch as see how our defense performs.
And I believe their strength is their infield.
Yes, definitely.
Now, it's not like saying that they don't have anything in the outfield.
No, but
They're strong.
yeah.
Allie with a
Exactly.
quick put out, a one pitch out. You got to love those as a pitcher
Oh,
and as
yes.
a coach. Save the
Yes.
arm.
Economically is how you want to pitch.
Absolutely.
As number 3 batter steps up here.
Yeah, this is the first baseman we saw, I believe.
Yes. Here's the pitch. Low, bounces into the plate.
Tell you what, the field conditions look great. The grass is actually perfect shape.
Yeah. Yeah, and they just put some new sand/dirt here on the infield, so it looks really good. Field's in great shape.
Maddie with
A
delivery.
little bit low. That'll be 2-0 now.
Yep.
As that's a borderline pitch there, so now both teams can relate that the umpire most likely is going to be calling a high strike zone tonight. That's a little bit outside.
You know,
Tough
I
to
just
tell
read
from here.
Yeah, and this is curious. You know, you're curious here. Did they make you pitch to it or what?
Yeah.
3-0 count. I read a
Yeah.
good stat the other day. It was Kevin Euclid
Yeah.
from the Red Sox.
Yeah.
They said in his whole career
Yeah.
he had never had taken a swing at a 3-0 count
Really?
in his whole career. That's hard to believe as a batter. You know.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Usually, I used to like to jump on a 3-0 pitch. Usually lay one in, you get a nice fastball, catching a lot of the zone, as that'll be ball 4 here, as one runner on here today for Beth Center.
Yeah, Maddie with her first walk, but you got to be, you know, as a pitcher, and you know, it looks like that's what one of your strengths for her,
Yeah.
and she's going to be your pitcher. Just limiting people on the base is going to be a big thing for her.
Yeah. As
Here comes the cleanup batter. Maddie's going to take her chance at it, and it's going to be a ball one. Looks slightly outside.
a little bit, yes. So we have a 1-0 count here with a runner on first with 2 down here for Beth Center.
Yeah, Lindsey Robinson holding him at first. She takes a foul tip. And it's back in our catcher back there, Ashley Dubovich. And
Yeah.
I do believe she was I think she was all county, I want to say.
Yeah, correct, yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
So
very, very good behind the plate. She used to play t-ball with me back in the day, so I've seen her since
Absolutely.
I have seen her since she started, and always a good athlete. As that's outside.
yeah, and there's 4 seniors on the team this year: Ashley Dubovich, Hannah Lytle, Cassie Dennis, and Jade Smith. So
Yes.
a very young baseball team, to
Yes.
be honest with you. A lot of
Yeah,
freshmen, a lot of sophomores, a few, and there's 4 juniors, 4 seniors. So
Yes. Throw down to first. No go.
yeah, Ashley keeps it home.
That's a great play I like to see out of catchers that have a strong arm like Ashley, with a bounce. That runner's most likely going to get 1 to 2 more steps and be leaning towards second base. So a quick snap throw is always something I like to see. As that one's high, that'll be ball 4. 2 consecutive walks here.
Yeah, and I think Coach C. Rock from the Auburn Colonials is going to let her work through it. I mean, this is a scrimmage. There's no big rush.
I mean, the first 2 batters, she looked really sharp. Just missing the zone a little bit outside and low here seems to be the theme. That one's in there for a strike, as that moves the count 0-1.
Mm-hmm. Here's the 1-1 offering. It was high. So rounding out our position players, we have Cassie Miller playing center field for the Colonials, Harley Vance playing second, Dubovich behind the plate, Allie Bezak at short, Hannah Tertzer, and that'd be in left field, and then Maddie Flowers pitching, Lindsey Robinson playing first, Hannah Humble at the third, and Katie Kelly in right field. So that's our fielding positions for the starters today for the scrimmage.
Good lineup. Pitch, it's going to be, almost caught, but they will get the, and the safe call here is they saw the, usually when you come down on top of the ball like that, you can't tell if you have control of the ball or not, so the safe call will be awarded.
Safe, and that actually scores a run for Beth Center, and it moves.
Okay. Thought for a second George called the out call and then flashed up the safe and flashed up the safe again. So it will be safe. That's a bang play. There, it was hard to tell if she got her glove off the ground with the ball in time. Usually they'll call that a trap whenever you do that, and the ball is loose to the ground. So it's a safe call. So good call there.
Looks like the bunt coming, and obviously that adjusts the whole infield.
Yes.
And outfield.
Everybody springs into action.
That's right. And you gotta like that awareness. Secondly, the format we're going to see a little bit today is going to be a little different today. So we're going to see a lot of batters batting. They're not going to play with the outs. I mean, obviously they're counting outs, but not.
Yes. And that will be called a strike. As pulled back early from the bunt there.
0-2 here. 0-2 count.
We'll see if she still puts down the bunt here.
Maybe a left-hander. You'd like to see her. There she goes.
Yep, and that will be low. She held back on the bunt. Now, I believe it's the same in softball as it is in baseball with if you bunt on 2 strikes, that goes foul, you're out. So
yeah, it's a big risk.
Yeah, it is a big risk, and it depends on the hitter you have and the hitter's strengths and whether the reward will outweigh the consequence, and that will be bunted foul. So they don't have that same rule then.
Yes, they do.
Is she out?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So there's your third out.
I didn't see the home plate umpire.
So they must be playing a regular inning then.
Yeah. So but most likely be structured like a usual game here today.
Yeah.
With of course scrimmages, they may have a couple extensions, and sometimes they allow you to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll see what they do here throughout the course of the game today.
Absolutely. So, I actually scored the first play as an error, advancing the player.
Mm-hmm.
Just for Beth Center, I'm really only keeping the Albergown hitting stats just today, but
Yeah.
we're just kind of getting our feet wet with this.
Yeah.
But I have been keeping the pitching stats as well today.
Good. Yes.
We got to know what we're talking about when we go into the next game.
Yeah.
So, and we do got to work up on our terminology. We got the slap bunt and
yeah, there's some different ones for softball. I figured out the slap bunt. I said, oh, that's new.
So, the lineup, if holding true from Coach Searock this afternoon, when I had spoken to him earlier, it's going to be Cassie Miller leading off, Harley Vance batting second, Dubovich third, Bezak fourth, Turcher fifth, Flowers in the sixth slot, Robinson, Humble, and Katie Kelly in the end. So
yes.
So that's our starting lineup. I believe Cassie Miller's actually a lefty to start. So that's a good good speed she has. And then secondly, we have she plays center field, so kind of like the Sterling Marte.
Yeah.
Leadoff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a lefty.
Yeah. Well, like a Gregory Polanco type batter.
Very quick athlete though.
Yeah.
So your typical leadoff person.
And that speed also intimidates the fielders as well. It rushes the fielders having to field it cleanly, and especially if they don't field it cleanly, trying to get up and make a strong throw is a little more difficult. A task, easier said than done.
Absolutely. Well, looks like Coach Flowers will be on first this year, and Coach Searock will be manning the third base line.
The helm.
Yep. First pitch to Miller. She takes a strike for
trying to lay down a bunt early. Steps back in the box here, awaiting the next pitch, and here it comes. That is low. Brings the count to 1-1.
One of my favorite pastimes, I guess, as a kid, is going to the baseball game, keeping score.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still do that sometimes as an adult.
Yeah. And
Miller with a good cut.
Just a little bit early, as that'll bring the count to 1-2 here.
And some good stuff coming from the pitcher here,
Yeah.
Once she
Changing
blew by
speeds.
him. Miller showed up and tried to give the punt early. She's going to pop up.
And that'll be foul.
Just foul.
Just dropped in between the third baseman and the right fielder. Left fielder. And we're awaiting another 1-2.
That's
outside. Be outside. 2-2 count here. Sometimes you might want to guess fastball here in this count. This is definitely a fastball count, and it's going to be off speed. And Cassie was expecting a fastball and got the breaking ball.
Yeah, and what you'll see a lot in softball, they call it the riser. It's more of a spin that comes up and tails up towards you. So
that's a different dynamic, different release point. It's really different in softball than it is baseball, and you can really see a lot of parallels, but there's a lot of differences as well. It's a different gameplay and game altogether. This first pitch will be in there for a strike.
Yep. So Harley Vance is our second baseman, number 18. She's stepping in there at the 2 slot. The 0-1 count.
That'll be high.
Catcher tries to frame it, but doesn't get it.
It's tough to frame that high pitch like that.
Yeah.
Your glove, the balls, especially in the spin they have here, it's taking you up anyways.
She hits a hard one to second, and it's going to be out.
One second baseman grounds out to the other, as that'll be 2 down.
Like I said, getting
4-3.
Yeah, the old 4-3. So I'm got to remember my numbers here, how I scored back in
yeah.
Batting third, Ashley Dubovich, and our catcher.
Usually the best hitting position here is it's a grounder. Shortstop and gets through the hole, as that'll be a single here for Ashley Dubovich.
Yeah, definitely not an error there, but first pitch strike. You gotta love the aggressiveness right out the gate from her.
Yes. I mean, I was a first pitch swinger too. Usually they lay in a fastball, try to get ahead in the count. So usually you could sit dead red there with the first pitch. As the first pitch there was a fastball, and it will be taken for ball one.
Yeah, Allie Bezak, our cleanup hitter for the Colonials, she steps in, sophomore. She took the first pitch ball.
And she's going to foul it off a little bit late, as that'll bring the count to 1-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Runner on first.
And it's not like it's a souvenir for the crowd though. They gotta give those ones back.
You eventually run out.
Yep, gotta give those ones back.
Another foul ball, as this one's going to be fouled clear back almost to the high school, as that'll bring the count here to 1-2.
Yeah, we have to work on Mr. Nutt on the TV crew. We have to get like they do at the Wild Things, when the ball goes out of bounds, we got to get the glass break for the car.
Yeah, yes. I like that.
And we got a hit ball, so hit by pitch.
Always accepted those ones well. Everybody was scared of getting hit. I said, hey, hit me and I'll get a free bag.
And I think that's probably, and I wasn't really watching the pitch. I don't know if you saw it, but it seemed like she went inside.
Yeah. Inside corner's dangerous to try to catch.
So Colonials with 2 outs, little 2-out lightning here. Got 2 on. Hannah Tertzer stepping up at the 5 slot. So both teams threatened. BC ended up getting a run in the first. But Colonials here threatening. Tertzer puts one on the ground, right back to the pitcher.
And looks a little shaken up. Might have been her hands.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, she seems to be shaken up. I don't know if she got a little bit of the sting.
Yeah, it might have been
the handle,
hands.
or but that is a 1-3 put out, and that's your end of the inning for the Colonials. So 1-0, Beth Center, and this is where we kind of have to shape up on our work. You know, we got they don't have the clock in the outfield to speed up the time like the Buckeyes do.
I am not a fan of that at all. They talked about shortening the game and making it more pleasurable to watch. I feel like if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I'm there to watch baseball, and baseball is a game that's played over a longer period of time, whether it be 2.5, 3 hours, and it's nice to just sit and watch a baseball game, and them speeding up. They actually now have a pitching clock that the pitcher has a certain amount of time to pitch the ball, which they never really implement. They implemented it, but they don't enforce it. How would you enforce it as an umpire? They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't set the timer. It's set from the booth.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. I'll be honest with you. I
Timer.
think, yeah, absolutely. Getting her last couple pitches in.
The deliveries of softball pitchers are interesting to watch. They're really unorthodox compared to what you see in baseball.
Yeah, everybody has their own little style. The big thing that you must watch for is the crow hop.
Yes.
You're not allowed to do that. That could be after a few, I believe it is a automatic base on balls.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Or an advancement in the runner too.
Yeah.
So that is highly
a lot of getting more momentum, as that will be a 1-pitch strike here, so it'll be 0-1.
And a lot of that comes from our first base umpire.
Yes.
Just kind of like they would call it balk in baseball.
Yes. Yeah, same principle. That'll be another strike, 0-2.
And a lot of it would be the jump and if you get an extra step closer is what a lot of it is too. Saw some good pitchers last year. Followed my hometown Jefferson Morgan with the Maddie Lodrowski. Basically, I think she ended up with I think 400 strikeouts in her career.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. But your first strikeout for Maddie Flowers there. So
She came out throwing strikes, 3 straight strikes. I think that was one of the things stressed. Maybe if C-Rock had a chance to talk to her in between innings for a second, is throw strikes. And there's another one, 4 consecutive strikes.
Yeah, she continues to do. If she continues to do that, I think that's a big thing. Throwing strikes in any, in baseball, softball, that's the biggest thing.
Beautiful pitches too. They're not flat. They have some movement to them. As that's another strike there. It's a little bit up in the zone. It looked like it had a little bit of that rising spin on it that fooled the batter. So beautiful pitch. It'll be 0-2 again here. And thought they were going to ring her up, but that will be a ball. So 1-2 here.
Mm-hmm. And here's the pitch.
And it'll be hit on the ground in the hole between the third baseman and shortstop, as that'll be a single here. So we got 1 runner on with 1 out here.
Yeah, and it's actually her first hit that she's actually given up. The first one was an error.
Yes.
And 2 passed balls, but other than that, I mean, she pitched very well, those 2 batters right there.
Yes.
Everybody getting their signs. Maddie's got hers. The Bovich. And here's the delivery. Foul ball.
That's going to be back on the road almost there.
Yeah, almost Township Drive got one.
It did. It's over Township Drive. It's those people's yard now.
Souvenirs.
Yeah.
Looks like our superintendent, Mr. B's, actually going to go fetch it.
That's right. As here comes the pitch.
She shows bunt.
She looks like she went around, and I believe they said she did. Did you see the sign?
No.
I think I saw the strike sign.
0-2 though, and it is. It's another strike. Be good for Maddie to get another strikeout here and not advance the runner.
Yeah.
And then maybe the defensive strategy would change a little bit for the Colonials here.
Yes.
What do you think, off speed or fastball?
Yeah, it looks like a little bit off speed. Snap throw. Just couldn't get the tag in time.
The Bovich with the fire,
It was on time, but it was just tag was a little bit behind the runner, and
the 0-2 delivery again, or 1-2 rather, and she gets another strikeout there, and that gives her 2 on the day. So that changes it up. You got a 2 outs here. It changes the infield. You wouldn't think they're going to go for a bunt here, so they're probably going to be swinging away. So the Bulldogs single A, actually moving up to double A this year. The following year, Colonials will be moving to 5A as well in softball. So not an easy.
Moving up.
Yeah. So this is actually, they played some local teams. They played Beth Center today, and they played Carmichael's the other day. So playing them.
It's going to be a liner gloved by the second baseman, and that will be an out.
Harley Vance to Lindsey Robinson. So no harm, no foul there.
Yes.
One runner stranded for the Bulldogs. So coming up at this part out, we have Maddie Flowers going to have to take the glove off and go taking a bat here. Lindsey Robinson, Hannah Humble, and Katie Kelly. And I don't know if they play with a extra hitter in the lineup or not, like a DH.
Maybe.
So we're going to see, and it might be Grace Ripper or Jade Smith. We're not too sure yet.
Yes.
But we'll find out. Hopefully they get a couple hits here, and we'll find out more. And the score right now is Beth Center 1-0, Albert Gallant 0 right now. So we're working on our graphics online, so we got some overlays.
Yes.
And
looks really good.
Looks great. Looks great.
Thanks to Mr. Nuttall for that.
Well, and his class.
And the class, that's right.
That's right.
Great contributors.
So everybody's ready to go. I'm just putting his mask on. I'll tell you what, playing catcher was always great to have that conversation. You always want to build that rapport with your ump back there.
Yeah, that was nice. I always used to have the conversations with the runners on first base a lot. Yeah, first base umpires too as well. Get to know them throughout the years as well.
So our first batter's Matty Flowers. Takes one inside. Ball one.
And here's the pitch. That is high. It will be 2-0. As good hitters count here. Pitch. Oh, and it's smacked out to center field. And it will be a home run.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful hit. Knew she got a hold of it. And a four-bagger here for Albert Gallatin as that knocks the score up here as it is 1-1.
Straightaway center field. I hope Pete got a good look at that one from our camera.
Let's hope.
So home run that evens the score up. Albert Gallatin won. Beth Center won. So a great first at bat in the second inning for the Colonials.
Yes.
And I'll be honest with you, think it's the help with the wind a little bit? I'm not taking anything away from it.
The wind's pointing that way, and it was up high, but that was hit hard off the bat. It had a lot of carry to it.
Absolutely.
I knew it had a chance to get out. I knew it definitely was over the center fielder's head, so it was at least a two-bagger. And that will be, that'll be hit in play, as that's unfortunate there. Running inside, trying to get your hands away from it and hitting the knob of the bat. Usually you're lucky and it comes straight down and goes foul, but went straight to the pitcher and results in an out.
Yeah, and I thought she actually got hit by the ball, but that's something we'll have to check out later. But
looked like it hit the bat, then the hand, which would actually make it a dead ball, but it's too tough to tell as an umpire behind the plate.
Yeah.
Usually they go for the appeal down the first.
Yeah,
or first base umpire will just make the call if it's foul. So.
And Hannah Humble with an 0-2 count now on the second string strike there. So Humble coming in here playing third for the Colonials. Another sophomore for them.
Yes, young lineup.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. It gives her a off-speed pitch, and that keeps the count at 0-2. And Hannah's got a big bat. I mean, she can swing now. So one in her wheelhouse, it'll go.
Yeah, complement the big arm. And there it is, as that's going to carry over the left fielder's head, and it's going to be at least two here, as we see, and it will be a double here for Hannah Humble.
Absolutely. So like we just predicted, it was a big bat. We knew that.
I could tell there was a fundamental error there by the left fielder right off the bat. Her first steps were 2 steps in. Your first steps as an outfielder are at least 2 steps backwards. So I knew it was carrying her head as soon as I saw the ball head out to left field. As that ball's going to get away, and Humble is going to advance the third here. It's Colonials a little life here with what, 2 outs, one out.
Mm-hmm.
One out.
1 out going
we
here.
We have 1 out.
1 out, 1-1. Score is tied, and the batter right now looks to be Katie Kelly.
So that's going to be a little high.
Actually, yeah, it is Katie Kelly in the 9 slot. So we had two pass balls almost, 2 over her head,
and a big cut and a miss.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity to take when you know you're going to get a shot at one.
Yeah.
So they advance Hannah Humble over to third base. Katie Kelly can get an RBI opportunity here.
Yes, put the ball in play here with 1 down. And the pitch is going to be high.
So Colonials got 2 hits already this inning, 1 out. And that was a pitch high, so that's 3-1.
And big rip. No good, as that will be 3-2 count, all full here.
And Coach Searock wants to tell her, hey, look for a good pitch, make sure it's a good one. You know, make the swing count if you're going to swing. You got to think you're going to get something to hit here.
Yes. And it will be fouled off straight to us over here. As I thought you were going to make the play there, Coach Blisk.
Yeah, I got to bring my glove if I'm going to do this and reach out of fence, but I'm pretty comfortable on my sand pile right here.
You are. I see that. I like that's interesting. You're elevated too, you know, for sitting down.
Well, Katie Kelly with another 3-2 count.
And that's going to be ripped down the third base line as that will score Hannah Humble, and that will be a 1 RBI single, putting the Colonials up here 2-1.
And that puts it 2-1. That's a, great at bat. Took a couple pitches, got a couple good ones, a couple great cuts, and then fought off a couple. Figure out the speed of the pitcher.
Great at bat too, because it forced the pitcher to throw a lot of pitches. And
Gracie Roba lays down the bunt. And Alex, I'm gonna have to ask you, how do you score that? Is that a hit or a sacrifice bunt?
That's a hit. Yes.
Okay.
Sacrifices are if the out's made at first.
Okay.
And it's a hit if no out is recorded and the runner advances to first. So that's something new to a baseball mind. There is a slap bunt, starting to run before you even lay the bunt down, which is interesting. The only player that we kind of see similar to that would do that style is Ichiro Suzuki. He would do a slap hit, is he would start to run before he even hit the ball. He was so fast, if he hit the ball anywhere in the infield, you had to be on to get him out at first with that left-handed coming out of the batter's box. So that's a similar type of play style.
So going out of order a little bit, we have we're going to put Jade Smith in as well here.
I think that's something the scrimmage just adds, just to get some people in the.
So
in the
Jade,
game.
another senior with 2 on and 1 out, takes a big cut.
Misses. So the count's 0-1 here is the pitch.
She
Gonna
makes
be hit on the
contact.
ground, and the shortstop misplays it, and the bases will be loaded here for Albert Gallatin, with Cassie Miller coming back up to the plate.
Yeah, and that advances. Now we got bases loaded. I mean, you got Cassie Miller coming up in the second.
And the pitch is going to be fouled off. And here comes the pitch. It's going to be outside, ball gets away. Nobody can advance. Would have been a risky play to advance there.
Yeah, and our backstop's not real long, so the ball bounced back pretty quick. Some of the plays, that's the first thing I looked at when as a catcher. I want to know how far that's going to go, and Cassie puts
ripped in the center, and it's going to be fielded and back to second and safe. They would have had a better shot to double up Jade at first, but they took it to second, and it was just too late. As that'll bring 2 outs. Ripped nice and hard by Cassie, but
yeah, that's gonna be
the wrong place.
That's gonna be a fly out to the center fielder. So your second out, you got 2 outs going here. The one unfortunate one to Lindsay, where she thought she was hit or fouled it off actually, and it ran back to the pitcher. So Harley Vance up here in the 2 slot. She's got runners in all scoring positions here.
Yes.
So any hit really scores 2, I think.
2 definitely. And the pitch, and it's going to be hit right through the third baseman's leg, as that'll score 1, score 2, and it will score 2 here for Albert Gallatin.
And Harley gets 2 RBIs.
Yes.
There. And that moves Jade Smith over to third. And Harley with the...
So that moves our score to 4-1 here. Albert Gallatin.
2-run double.
Jumps out here. Ripped hard to third, too. Great solid contact. Pitch. It's going to be a little nubber out to the shortstop, and she will make the play, as that is 3 outs. And Albert Gallatin jumping out to an early lead here, 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1. That's, I mean, big inning for the Colonials in the second, so you had to expect that the bats would warm up. They got to just figure out the pitcher a little bit. And big inning for, for Flowers,
Yes.
Humble, Kelly, Roba, and Jade Smith. I mean, and actually Harley Vance with the 2-run double. The bases
that
loaded
was
clutch.
big.
So very good job there. by all.
And we see Coach Searock doing some coaching here.
Yeah, he's going to talk to number 2. For us, that would be. Trying to check my jersey numbers here. Katie Kelly.
And we're going through warm-ups here.
Yeah, and I think the only thing he would have probably suggested too is he may have thought that one was going to drop in center. They could have got a run quickly, but it did work out that they got the hit by Harley.
Yes.
So our score moves to 4-1 Albert Gallatin. Beth Center is going to come up to the plate. Flowers is.
Albert Gallatin's looking impressive for a young team here today.
Yeah,
thus far.
And what I like is everybody's contributing so far. You know,
yes.
It's not the older players, younger players. It seems like they have a good working team right here.
Yes.
So. I'll be honest, this is my first softball game I've ever been to.
Yeah, I think it's about mine too. I mean, I've caught some of it on TV.
Or I drive by when I'm going, you know.
Yeah.
But
drive by on the way to a baseball game usually.
But I do have some. We've been hearing some excitement for it, and
yeah, I think it's definitely great that we get to come out and do one of these games. Hopefully, it works out and we get to do them in the future.
Mhm.
As here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it is a swinging strike here.
And they say that she clipped it, so it's a foul tip. The Bovich able to hold on.
Yes.
I mean, it wouldn't really matter.
Well,
That's
not
third
in this
strike.
case, yeah. As there's the pitch. Another strike. Pulled the string on her as that is 1-2.
Yeah, the bottom definitely dropped out on that.
Yes.
That
beautiful
pitch.
pitch. It was nice, crisp break. As the 1-2 hit on the ground here to third. Humble Fields throws on the first, and that is the first out here. Nice strong arm by Humble over there at third.
Yeah, and that's one of another good attribute for her. She's tall and lanky and can cover some ground and has a strong arm in there. Everybody in the infield does, though. I mean, that's the best part. The only thing was we haven't seen the outfield tested yet.
No.
In this, for Maddie.
Well, good infield takes a lot of the workload off the outfield.
And a lot of it's your pitching. If you're throwing a lot with spin, you're going to keep balls on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the type of spin you have, too. And the pitch. We're going to be called a high strike there.
Mm-hmm. So Maddie Flowers getting ready to send another one, and it's a strike. Last inning they did have one base runner, and that's it. But
yeah,
other than that, she's only given up 1 hit, 2 base on balls, 2 strikeouts, and 2 innings work so far. So
yeah, boy, I tell you, Flowers' arm is looking pretty strong here. That one just missing, but nice and crisp, and a lot of movement, and nice tight spin. Looking really good here early on. As that'll be low here.
So now move to a 2-2 count. So it's springtime when you start getting a little bit of pollen flying around.
Yes. And must have been 3-2.
Must have been 3-2, yeah.
The payoff pitch is no good here as this results in a walk.
It was in the dirt. That puts the first runner on for the Bulldogs today.
And as I was observing warm-ups and how these pitchers pitch, your release point has to be spot on here.
To hit your mark.
To hit your spot. And here's the pitch. It's going to be ripped into center, as we'll get to see Cassie Miller's arm here, straight into second. Good arm there as to hold the runner at second.
Absolutely. So now we got 2 on. And 2 on, 1 out.
As Beth Center threatening here.
Let's see if they could turn 2 here quickly, too. If you get a hard line drive here or a hard ground ball. They could flip two here.
Yes.
Shows bunt.
And of course that bunt drew the first baseman in, and no coverage back at first. So smart play there by the runner on first to get a bigger secondary lead. And here comes the pitch. As
Fouls it off.
Foul.
Score still 4-1. Albert Gallatin here in this second inning. We got one out and two runners on for the Bulldogs.
As I see now, they don't lead off the bag. They just get secondary leads. Well, I bet they're allowed to leave whenever the ball leaves the pitcher's hand.
Absolutely.
That's probably what it is. That's what they used to play it like in the younger leagues. And
well, the bases,
are shorter. That's the thing.
Too.
You could basically get a lead almost to second base. As that ball is low.
And the windup takes some time.
Yeah, there's really no stretch. There is no stretch here. Actually, it's all windup. There's no pitching from the stretch, which that takes a big element out of the game, because especially if you have a successful pitcher used to pitching in the windup all game and then going into the stretch, it's tough for a pitcher to adapt to that.
Absolutely. Beth Center's coach telling her, hey, stay down on the ball, get your shoulder level with it, and strike the ball. She's cutting underneath it a little bit.
Yeah.
You look to see, you got probably about a 2-2 count. I'd like to see Maddie come with a changeup here.
Yeah.
Fouls it off once again. And
making the pitcher work.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long at-bats. And these are the type of at-bats that are a tough one, on pitchers.
Yes. Awaiting the signs here as Flowers gets the sign and the pitch. It'll be fouled off just beyond our reach, and just missing a new Ford pickup truck.
Yeah, that was. I was kind of worried about where to park.
It's a sketchy parking spot. That's bold. Pulled up and said, "Wow, this parking spot, close spot. Why isn't anybody here?"
That's right.
As the pitch, and
another one
will be fouled off. I mean, even no matter what happens in this at bat here, a strikeout or a hit, it's a successful trip to the plate in a sense, because you make the pitcher work and throw more than about 5 pitches in an at bat, which is usually the line for a successful.
Yeah, but if you're the Colonials, you got to get it out here. You can't put another runner on the base, with the runner in scoring position.
Yes, and it's going to be slapped over to first and touches first, as that will be an out. 2 outs with runners on third and second.
Or second and third, as they would say.
You could say that.
I guess so. I guess we have to.
There's really no nominal order.
No, there's not. I'm just thinking about how they'd call it the Bucko game en route.
Well, Bob Walk's pretty unpredictable.
That's true.
I'd like to assume Bob Walk's role.
Yeah, he is the wild card.
Yeah.
Well, the first pitch here with the runners in scoring position. Got 2 runners in scoring position. Beth Center left 1 on earlier. Now that if the Colonials get out here, that's 3 left on. So.
Yes.
Finally got a hit to the outfield on her.
Yes, as it'll be a pass ball and no advancements.
Yeah, I do believe the short backstop is advantage.
It's a big variable here. Usually the only way you would basically be able to score here as a runner on third with a pass ball is if it went up the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd have to really be hustling to beat down third base line. As
that
a high strike.
No, 1-2 count now. Maddie's got to dig deep here, and
yes.
and her and Dubovich got to put this bat together here.
Yes. And the pitch.
And as I say, you gotta throw strikes.
Yes.
You throw strikes here.
And we noticed throughout the night when Maddie was throwing strikes, she's breezed through the inning, but when she had a little bit of control issues, like this inning and the first inning, she kind of labored through the inning. As that'll be ball 4 here, as that loads the bases with 2 outs here for Beth Center.
Well, you can go any base now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no you know, you could play normal depth. I mean, not like, you know,
Yeah.
you just got to get it out here.
Yes.
Like I said, if you throw strikes, you put it in play.
As that will be a strike. Starting out 0-1 here.
And most importantly, if she get out here with a strikeout, it'd be a good confidence builder for Maddie too. She's
Oh, yeah.
only a freshman.
Yes. Yeah, that's a big confidence is a big thing, especially for underclassmen.
And it's good that Dubovich is a, you know, a senior behind the
Veteran
plate.
catcher.
Yeah, you know, you got someone back here that's willing to. It's going to work with her a good bit. They're obviously, you know, the pitcher-catcher relationship is very important.
Yeah.
So.
As you know that, right?
Absolutely. That was my former position. Got to know where everybody's at.
Yep. As the ball's going to be hit on the ground, and just couldn't backhand it there, as it's going to be gunned home, and it's going to sail over to Bobich's head, and the runner is going to score and advance to third, and the runner will advance from first to second. So score that a single, and then advancement on an error.
Yep. Yep. Well, that moves the score to 4-3. Albert Gallatin with 2 runners in scoring position. Dubovich and Coach Searock want to come out and talk to her for a second. Just like I said,
yeah.
She's a young pitcher. You got to calm her down a little bit.
And you know, one thing you want to tell her too is it wasn't hard hit. It was hit right in the perfect spot.
Correct.
It wasn't a bad pitch. It wasn't a bad hit. So you know, calm down and get through this inning.
Well, timeout is now over, and the Bulldogs still have 2 in scoring position. And like I said, you can still pretty much go any base here still.
Yes.
Or you can't go second.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, got to throw strikes. That's all. That's really all you got to do here. You know, Maddie comes out with the first one, throws a strike.
The pitch. It's going to be low.
Just in the dirt a little bit. (4-3). Colonials in the top of the third with 2 outs.
There's the pitch. It's going to be hit on the ground there. The shortstop Bizak to first, and that will be the third out here as pitching out of a jam. Settled down and got out of the inning with limited damage here.
Yeah, I mean, Colonial's still holding on to the lead, but, you know, Beth Center leaving 2 on base again, or 2 on base this time. Yeah. So we got to see what the Colonial, you know, batters are ready to do. We're going to have Bizak, Tertzer, and Flowers up this inning, so good part of the lineup coming up. You know, the bottom half of the lineup actually was the most productive. So,
yeah.
So.
Well, that's a good thing to see. You have strength throughout your lineups here, so your bottom half of your lineup isn't necessarily weaker than your top half. So that's shows the true depth. Depth is how you're successful in baseball and softball.
Yeah, and in the scrimmage here, I would say they probably give these guys, you know, another inning or so, and then they're probably going to start subbing in.
Yeah.
In terms of the depth, but well.
And we're about ready to resume play here.
Yes, sir.
As the warm-ups are over, and here we go. As here's the pitch. It's going to be hit out to right field, and it will drop in here as it's at least a double, and trying to stretch it into a triple, and it's going to be successful as she is safe, and
a
triple here to start out the inning for Allie Bizak.
And that's a good strength to have to go opposite field.
Yes, stay with the ball. Don't try to pull the ball. That's when you're early and you pull off the ball and don't make contact. So beautiful hit here to stay with the ball and drive it to right field. As here's the pitch. And it will be a strike.
So a first pitch hit for Bizak on a triple, and then now Turcher takes a strike on the first one.
Pitch will be fouled back, as that brings the count to 0-2 here. So a runner in scoring position on third early on here in the inning. You have to score this runner.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good opportunity where you can find if you can bunt.
And pulled the string, as that will be the third strike. So we have one down here.
Yeah, 3 strikes here, and that's the second strikeout for the Bulldogs today. And that brings up Matty Flowers. You know, the best thing a pitcher can do is help their own cause here a little bit.
Yep, and we saw her do that about an inning ago with the big home run.
Absolutely.
That's as much as a pitcher can help their cause right there.
Yep. You know, my favorite home run last year for the Buccos was when I was at the Pirate game for
Yes. Did you see Liriana's or Burnett's?
Burnett's.
Burnett's.
You know, and that led the charge back.
Yes. That was huge in the game, though. I mean, it was huge. It wasn't just a home run when you're getting killed or you're up big. It was huge. And the ball's going to be spurted out to the third baseman. And indifferent here on what they wanted to do. And they will get the safe call. Ali Bizak got back to third in time. That was a risky play, but a smart play by Ali Bizak. But if you do that, you have to make sure you get back.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Do you score that as a fielder's choice?
No.
I think it's a hit first.
Yeah, that's a tough play. You don't see that play very often. And it's going to be fouled off here as looked like Flowers was in motion.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to try to steal a base.
Which this is the cat and mouse game here of whether you send the runner from third. And usually they put a play in that you throw to the shortstop coming in. As with the early movement, it's going to prevent a double play, and there will be, with the fielding mishap, it will be an advancement to third here. As with the fielding mishap, not only was the out not recorded at first, but Maddie, with the early jump, was able to advance to third base. Heads up base running there.
And that scores Allie, the runner, on third. So that goes 5-2.
To 3.
5-3. Sorry. Arbor Gallatin, and only one out right now.
Yes. And that's what.
That's the cat and mouse game.
Yep, that's what we were talking about. That you don't see the play thrown to the shortstop or the second baseman too much when they come in, but you usually do see the leave the ball in the glove trick or something to get the runner on third to bite. And that will be a strike.
Yeah, a little off-speed pitch. So it's one big cut from Hannah, and this is kind of how she started out before. Hannah hit a double last time to deep center field.
And it's going to be ripped foul. Oh, fair. It will get inside the line. And that'll score 2 here.
So a 2-run single. And that puts Hannah at 2 hits for the afternoon as well.
Yes.
So now that scores 2. And now makes it 7-3. Now you only got one runner on first here.
Still one down, correct?
Yep.
So
this puts Katie Kelly at...
Still put something in place here as pulls the string. Beautiful pitches. That leaves Kelly out ahead.
1-1 here. Pitch is high.
It's gonna be high.
And I believe last time Kelly got she got a single last time at the bat with an RBI.
Yes.
Last time she was up, actually, we had they pitched high to her early.
Yeah.
And when it came back down, she did get a big hit.
And here's the pitch. It's going to be very high, and it's going to sail. And Humble is going to advance to second base. That'll be a wild pitch.
So that counts as a steal then. Yes.
Yeah.
Wild pitch.
Steal and a wild pitch. The only time it's counted as an error is if it's a pass ball. And the pitch is going to be fouled back.
Yeah, Kelly with a strong cut there. Probably one of the happiest players on the team all the time, Kelly.
Yes.
Always,
Yes.
always a good sense of humor,
Yes.
but not
Not
too
not
happy
now. No.
No.
As she goes down swinging, as that'll bring us 2 outs with a runner on second.
And that should bring us up to Gracie Roba, number 5, the left-hander.
Yes.
So she, last time she was up.
Had a bunt hit, correct?
Yes.
And she's going to try another slap. Bunt's going to be popped up. Just couldn't make the play. No communication there by the third baseman and the catcher.
Absolutely.
As you're the catcher, the catching aficionado. Would you want the third baseman to make that play coming in?
Yeah. But
Yes.
but then you have to have some communication there.
Yes.
You know,
It looked like the catcher could have made the play.
Yeah, if I feel like I can make the play, then I'm gonna call him off.
Yeah.
But you know, this is what scrimmages are for. You gotta
Yeah.
work out your kinks a little bit.
And I'm sure their coach will let them know about that. They're like, hey, come on, you got to communicate, talk out there, let each other know what you're doing. So it'll be another slap bunt, I guess. That'll be popped out to the pitcher, as that will be 3 outs.
I'm gonna fly out to number 1. So Colonials there, they're gonna go up 7-3 after that inning.
So we have 3 hits.
Yep. So we had big hit by Lindsey Robinson and Maddie, and then the big one was Hannah Humboldt getting bring it in too.
Yep.
So the Colonials leave 1 on base, and
So that brings us to the top of the 5th here.
get 3 runs with the top of that order. So that bottom of the lineup, that bottom half's been
It's been
playing
really productive.
really well. So 4 hits there. Well, this is when I think we'll start seeing some after this inning here. Maybe they
Yes.
might go 4, I think. It seems like everybody's having a great time today.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yes.
just one
Nice
ball.
atmosphere, too. It's almost like spring training in baseball.
That's right. It just happened not to be in Florida, right?
Yes.
Or Arizona.
But, it feels, I can't complain about this weather.
Nope. Well, Flowers is going to come up here in the. He's going to get another inning of pitching here.
Strong outing for her. Get some of the jitters out early on.
And then we're going to start. Obviously, we're taping the games for the Ivory Mountain Sports Network. Eventually, we'll have times and stuff like when we'll start posting on the Fayette County television network, but
Yeah.
channel 77. But eventually, we'll have those times worked out. We're just trying to work out our kinks too. And
Yeah, I feel like it's going successful thus far. So
yeah, I think having the camera directly out in the outfield, shooting directly in.
just like the Buccos.
Yep. And then the Mr. Nuttall currently working on the switches, so
Yeah.
trying to fine tune it and
It's great. Yes.
get his staff ready to go, turn them loose. Well, Maddie's pitching hard here. It's 7-3 Albert Galton over the Beth Center Bulldogs.
Comes the pitch. It's going to pull the string. Beautiful pitches. Has the batter out in front.
Yep. Appears to be 1-2. And the only flaw that we've seen so far with Maddie is just a few base on balls.
Yep. Some control issues. It'll bring it to 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
I think we see her come in with a fastball.
Yeah, I mean, that's her best pitch. I mean, this is what you want to do.
There it is, and it's going to be ripped out into the gap, and it's going to be gloved here. Good play by Cassie Miller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cassie's showing her range and speed. Closed down quick, made the catch, and 1 out in the inning.
Yep.
Oh, here's Maddie's first pitch.
It's going to be fouled back.
Kind of a neat little stadium tucked into a little bit of a mini valley here.
Yes.
And looks very good. Like I said, the conditions are great.
Yes. Yeah, it looks very good.
This year they got a new tarp to keep it covered. They've had some drainage
Yeah.
issues in the past. Now they got some good dirt going
That
down.
that will pay for itself here in the next coming years. Great to get those games done on time.
Yeah, and the big thing too was just obviously when the field just couldn't take the drainage like it was able to. So now it seems like they got everything worked out perfectly, and
Yep.
it's gonna make a big difference.
So here's the pitch, little high and tight.
There we go. Well, let's see what Maddie's got here. She's got to get herself out of this inning here.
Yep. And here's the pitch. It's going to be a strike.
Absolutely.
Beautiful pitch. Beautiful location. Low, inside corner. Makes it tough to hit. Easy to swing through. And the pitch is going to be hit on the ground here. Beautiful play. Throw on the first, and the out is recorded.
Yeah, Vance able to track it down as it tries to go towards second base, and plants her feet, makes a good throw, and she's out to Lindsey Robinson. I tell you what, I really do like the base idea of the double base.
Yeah, I mean, coming from someone who would have experienced that firsthand, that was definitely a prevalent problem, and I feel like that is a great safety precaution to take here in the game.
First pitch strike from.
Good frame by Dubovich behind the plate.
Absolutely. You know, and the nice advantage we have here is we've been watching kind of the camera, so we're able to watch live.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah.
So we're getting a great view from over here. That's a pitch.
Comebacker.
Come back right to the mound, and Maddie takes her time. That's sometimes the hardest throw to make.
Yeah.
But you know, Maddie gets out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Flowers.
Yep.
And that's kind of what you want to build. You want to continually get those. The less pitches and the less you have to do, the better off you get.
Yes.
And now we'll start. We'll see what the Colonials come out here with. You know, we're not sure how the lineup's going to go, but from here on out. But we should probably see, I believe, Jade Smith, Cassie Miller, and Harley Vance in that order, and that looks like appears what we're going to see. Same pitcher for the Bulldogs out there, and the score right now will be 7-3 Albergauten still.
Good inning there by Flowers.
Yeah, last time up, we had Jade Smith with a big single.
Yes.
So that kind of kept the rally going. All right, Jade Smith's up. I finally got Coach C-Rock to go to his coaching position at third. Giving out his signs. Jade checks him out. Now she's ready for her at bat now.
Yep. And pitch is going to be high.
I'm sure coaches take a lot of pride in their signs.
Oh yeah, they're extensive.
She lays down the bunt. This is a nice dead bunt.
Yep. And oh, she's going to be safe, as that ball. Seeing it from here had a lot of spin on it coming in.
Absolutely.
Did you happen to see that?
Oh yeah.
She threw a sinker, and
she reaches on an air there.
And of course, the second baseman for a reason. So tough to recognize and catch that one, as results in an error here.
Cassie Miller lies a bunt down. Yeah, and as a left-handed hitter, you have to have that in your repertoire as a player as a bunt.
Especially a left-handed player with speed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be over her head as the ball pops out momentarily, but no advance.
What I do notice, I'm going to have to adjust my score sheet, by the way.
Yes.
I need one more space on there.
Yes.
I'm
bunted foul.
Just over top the bat. You can see it from here.
Yes.
Miller takes the big
Big
cut.
cut. And Jade is able to steal here.
And make the advance, gets on second. That puts Miller with a strikeout, and that would be the fourth strikeout for the Beth Center pitcher.
Yes.
So now up is Harley Vance.
And it will be a strike here, 0-1.
So bottom of the third.
And the pitch is going to be high, 1-1.
Hardest pitch to lay off of.
Yeah, those are tough. I like those.
I
when
do too.
play.
That's that one where I wanna. If I see it high, I'm gonna drill to the opposite.
I mean, I could justify. I could usually hit him, but and it's going to be a ground out here. Flip on the first. So it'll be 2 down here. With a runner in scoring position on third. That's not all bad. That's where you wanted to hit the ball to advance the runner to third.
Well, this brings up the Bovich.
Big bat here.
Yeah, and the Bovich is she's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. She had a single earlier, and now she has and she had a fly out too short last time up. So, you know, this is confidence for her. She needs to have a good at bat here. You know, get the RBI in. That's the big thing.
Yep. And ball hit on the ground will be foul. And here comes the pitch. And
That's
that will be a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes here. 1 and 2. 2 outs right now. Both pitchers pretty much settling in, other than the hit by Jade to get on base first.
Yes. The pitch is going to be ripped out into the left center field gap, and it's going to get down, 1 hop the wall, 1 run scored, and Ashley will pull up for a double here.
And that's a big hit for Dubovich. Just like we were talking about, Dubovich comes up, hits that double with an RBI. And now that brings up Ali Bizak. Ali Bizak last time up with the stand-up triple. She was hit by a ball and stand-up triple, so 1 for 1. Puts it on the ground.
Over to first, and that'll be 3 outs.
That'll be the inning. So that would be a 6-3, and that's the end of your inning.
7-3.
Or 6-3 with the, or I'm talking about the fielding. But 7-3 would be the score.
Yes.
I was putting the ground out and scoring it.
Yes. We were clarifying the score there with the graphics team.
Yeah. So, it's same pitcher and lineup still.
Yeah. Extending a little longer here than usual.
Yeah, Colonials
For a
able to come out
scrimmage.
with Colonials come out with 1 run in the bottom of the 4th. So top of the 5th, 7-3, or 8-3, sorry. Oh, 7.
9-3.
It is 8. Like I said, we're working out our games
Yeah.
too. It is 8-3 Colonials over Beth Center on the top of the 5th, but they leave 1 runner on base, get a run. Yeah, we got to get on the scouting department here, and whoever's.
Yeah. Sometimes that's usually said to be up to the scorekeeper to keep the score. Well, I don't know.
That's what we're wondering. Where's the scoreboard? And secondly,
Well, okay, the scoreboard.
the guy with the clipboard over here is having some issues. He hasn't kept score in a while. But nonetheless, what a great time.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
same
we had a
lineup
good
here.
time. Pitch will be low. Starting off 1-0 here. pitch. Will be down the pipe for a strike here. Brings count to 1-1. Location, 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 Coach Blisk.
No question. No question.
And that will be a little high and outside. Moves count to 2-1. And here's the pitch. That will be a strike here. Moves the count 2-2.
Okay. Sorry about technical difficulties there a little bit.
And strike 3.
That goes for Maddie's third strikeout of the day.
Third strikeout. Beautiful pitch.
Just hand it back to the pitcher right there instead of firing it down the third.
Yeah. I used to fire to shortstop, shortstop to second, second to third, third to pitch.
That's right. Yeah, I was a very accurate throw, but there's times, you don't throw it on the third all the time. And you throw it over the third baseman's head.
That's right.
Then your dad looks at you as the coach.
Yeah. That's demoralizing whenever that happens.
Yeah. We could be up 15-0, and he looks at me and he's like, give me the look, like, yeah, you can make a better throw than that.
Yeah.
And he was right.
He's right, yeah, but it's usually when you mess up, when you nonchalantly do things.
Yep.
Here's the pitch.
Thought he was going to give us the strike, but no.
A little bit high.
And here's the offering for the third pitch here.
And it will be high again, about same location.
Yeah, Dubovich says, hey, I don't like what's going on here. Make it tough for my pitcher.
This is where you see the difference between a veteran catcher and a young catcher.
Yep, no question. Yeah, that's where you say, hey, just throw me a strike. Yeah. And I've been saying that all day, but that is the truth, though.
Sometimes you try to be too fine out there as a pitcher. And it's going to be hit to the third baseman, Humble. Humble fires on the first, and good little pick there.
Absolutely. Yeah, not much is getting by Humble today.
No.
Not one thing
so
far.
Not many runners are going to beat her throw there to first either.
Yeah, Hannah with an excellent fielding job once again. And this will be a 2-out at bat here for the Bulldogs. Flowers with the windup.
It's going to be a little bit low.
And I'm sure, the section is going to be pretty tough for the Colonials this year.
Yeah.
You still have your Hempfields and your Norwins and some teams that are very good. Hempfield's very, very talented this year in softball.
I like what I see with Albert Gallatin's talent. I think they can contend as this ball will be hit screaming back up the middle for a base hit here.
Yes, I mean they're going to have a tough battle, but they have a good chance of being a very successful team in this section as well too. I project them to be either a 3 or a 4 team actually in the section. And it's just how well you play on the road and how well you play at home and those types of things. And, the team comes down here, you have to
a runner to second. It's going to be nobody covering the bag.
Yeah,
that's unfortunately what you have to do as a catcher. Throw it at the bag. If no one's there to cover, it's.
Well, I think they were trying to get there. It was just a pretty errant throw, though.
Yeah.
To be honest. So Dubovich just throws it out there. Runner advances. And that's great. I mean, actually, you want to see, you want to test their catcher.
Yeah.
It's the first time Dubovich has been tested today.
Yeah.
Dubovich tries to frame that pitch. Unable to. 1-1 here.
It's popped up.
And Vance, Harley Vance with the third out. No harm, no fouls right there. It's going to be 8-3. Just to confirm with our scoring.
We have that
team.
right.
Yeah, it looks like
that's a moral, mental value there for us as 8-3 here, Albert Gallatin.
So I'm looking for Okay. So we'll come back and take a break here in a moment. At the bottom of the, we're coming up on the bottom of the fifth, we're going to have the Colonials up 8-3.
Phil Giannetti Motors at 656 National Pike East in Brownsville is a proud sponsor of programming on FCTV. Phil Giannetti Motors providing quality vehicles for 45 years. If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, give Phil Giannetti's a call at 724-785-6800 or stop by their website, philgiannettimotors.com.
All right, welcome back. First pitch. Foul tip there by number 27. Let me find my numbers here. It's a high fly ball. Or 22, sorry. Or 27. Is it 27?
According to this 27 is an extra uniform.
I don't know. We'll get that fixed up. We'll have to ask our stat department with Mr. Searock as well to get that right. But some new faces jumping in. Number 6 now. Let's see here. Number 6, this is Maddie Flowers jumping in, our pitcher, earlier. So 1 out, top of the fifth. I'm wondering if that was Ramona Thompson as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That was up before.
Maybe. Oh, liner.
Yeah,
The hot corner. Nice play.
So we have a fly out in the Turcher spot. Hannah Turchers, and then Robinson was up. So that might have been Turcher was up.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
on the
Turcher
first.
might have been hurt then still. Remember, she took the
Yes, that's right.
so the 1, 2, 3 innings. So we're finally getting our bearings here after that.
Yes.
So the pinch hitter, we weren't sure with the uniform number and the roster on it, but we'll have to check.
We'll clarify that.
Yeah. And that was a fly out to the 1, 2, 3 quick inning for the Colonials there. So now we're going to the 6th inning. It's going to be 8-3.
Yep. As Colonials are coming back out onto the field.
And we might see a new pitcher too. We're not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, we saw Mackenzie Mosier, number 1. She was warming up over here in the bullpen. So
Yeah.
And that's another freshman as well. So
Yeah.
2 freshmen.
Young pitching core.
Yeah.
And it will be Mackenzie that's out there.
It's a new pitcher here.
Warming up here.
And it looks like we have a new catcher as well. Unless, I don't think Dubovich is, Dubovich seems like she's out.
Yeah.
So our backup catcher. I don't know if it's Katie Kelly. It might be Jade Smith, actually.
Yeah, Jade Smith, I think.
I
Can't
do
quite
believe
see the number.
Yeah, Kelly's still in the outfield here.
Yeah.
We're thinking it's Jade Smith is behind the plate now, too. So. Like I said, this is going to be the tough part, trying to manage all the substitutions that go in and out.
Yeah, especially in a scrimmage like this where a lot of things are done unorthodoxly and not by the book.
So now the other difference we have here is we have a left-handed pitcher too. So we have a right-handed pitcher. Now we're going to see a lefty out of Mackenzie
Yes,
Mosier.
I didn't even notice that. That's correct.
So, Maddie Flowers puts up 5 innings of work, I believe.
Good work out of her today.
Yeah, 5 innings of work, 3 strikeouts, 4 base on balls. Gave up 4 hits and 3 runs.
Yeah.
So not a bad day.
Good work, yeah.
Not a bad day by Maddie.
Especially young freshman. So we'll get to see another freshman here. And just about ready to go here as the first offering will be a strike. Just
That's
catching
good.
the outside corner. And the next pitch
Just
will
outside.
be outside. A little bit farther off the corner and a little bit low.
Well, Mosher throws another one in the dirt. So that's going to make it a 2-1 count. Still 8-3. You know, this is a nice thing. You know, if you get a nice lead, you can always bring in Mosher as well as to
Yeah.
close out some pitching.
And to get some more development at the pitching position.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they have some pitchers later down the road too.
Yeah, that
You
they
know.
want to try to develop, and that's maybe haven't had as much time on the mound. And it's going to be hit just foul. As I thought you were going to make that play, Coach Plisk.
No, we got Katie Kelly here making the play. So, but foul ball, and that gets even up the count 2-2.
And the pitch, oh, really fooled her that time. Feeble swing there as Mosher gets a strikeout, pulled the string on her.
Yeah, first batter, first strikeout. So
I've known that feeling there, being way out in front, wanting to hold back and just
it's not easy.
easily going through with your swing.
That's not easy.
Hard to stay back sometimes.
Well, now this would be Mosher's second batter, and she likes to go outside a lot.
Yes.
And actually, you know, obviously it's going to be a different delivery. We don't, you know, in baseball it's a big thing to be a lefty. You know, the ball curls a different way.
Yes. Ball on the ground, Bezak makes the routine play.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's
two down.
Still trying to figure out who's behind home plate. It's not Jade.
No?
No.
Did you see the number?
Jade's number 25, so it's 27, and we have it down as an
Mystery 27, extra uniform.
we'll figure it out.
Thought that was a strange name at first, extra uniform.
It could have been just something that, you know, they traded in the uniform. We didn't get the change yet.
Yeah.
So we'll get that.
We'll get that updated. Talk to C-Rock. Get it fixed. The pitch is going to be behind the batter.
Yeah, that's
got away.
That's all right though. She's pitching a good, solid inning here.
Yes, very solid.
And you know the nice thing, he's got a good defense behind you.
Yeah, very good. Very, very good as we've seen today. It's going to be bounced in there.
So 3-0, I believe.
And
Mosher with
pitch. Be fouled off. I'm thinking if she would have let that go, it might have been ball forward, a little bit high.
Yeah.
Don't want to risk it sometimes. But as you have the guiltiness of going after the high pitches, as we both have had in our careers.
It was 1 and 2. So yeah, now it makes it 2-2. So this is a payoff pitch here. He gets her second strikeout there.
Yeah, beautiful pitch right on the corner.
No runs, no hurt to the Colonials there. 8-3 going to the bottom of the 6th, I believe.
Yes. It's a great inning there out of Mosher coming in as a freshman and showing a lot of poise, being down in the first count and coming back and getting the big K.
Yeah, I mean, 2 strikeouts in the innings work is pretty good. I mean,
yeah,
that's excellent.
Yep. No walks, no hits, no runs, and 2 strikeouts. Good line thus far.
So we saw a 1-2-3 inning with the Bulldogs pitcher last inning.
Yeah.
And Mosher comes in, gives a little change of pace, and
yeah,
we see some others. So.
Yeah, we've almost feels like we skipped a whole inning that it was played so swiftly.
Mm-hmm. So number 16 is going to step in. That's going to be Hannah Lytle.
Yes. And
let's see red. Lytle's
Hannah
gonna
in
step.
for Hannah.
There we go. At least that's where we're looking at it in terms of the spot.
Yeah.
So Humble's done for the afternoon, and Lytle steps in at third, it looks like.
Unless they rework the defensive positioning, as she will take for a strike. Thinking it's a little bit inside.
Mm-hmm. Good at bats here.
Yep, and gonna cut on there and be out in front. So it'll be a 2 here. Protect with 2 strikes. Don't chase a bad one, but swing at anything close. And Hannah is downed.
Yeah,
A little bit ahead.
Actually, Humble was up now, so.
Well, there, like I said, it's a scrimmage. It's a lot of unorthodox. And she will take low.
Mm-hmm. Well, Hannah's having a pretty good day today. She's 2 for 2.
Yep, this takes low again as they've learned to pitch Hannah low.
Yeah, I mean, tall frame. Secondly, with her as well, is she's actually gotten behind on every account that she's been at bat. I mean, at bat. So she's the pitcher has gotten in front.
Yes, and good take there, but will be caught for a strike. But in that bang pitch, that's what you want to do is take. And I'm watching this pitcher. She has a real aggressive delivery. You notice some of them are a little bit less aggressive, like Mosier, and some of them are more aggressive, like this pitcher here for Beth Center.
Yeah, and Hannah knew it too. Right there, she knew that was the one that she wanted.
Yeah.
This one they pitch her down low.
It's going to be thrown on the first here for the second out of the inning.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have another pinch hitter here.
23. That would be Cassie Dennis up. So the senior Cassie Dennis will step in. She makes
Slaps
contact.
Out and will not drop in. Good play coming
Yeah.
on. Good aggressive play by the center fielder to come and glove that one.
Yeah, Cassie made great contact there. Just wasn't able to fall in. Just hit too long, I guess, there.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3 inning there.
Another 1, 2, 3.
And Cassie Dennis was in there. So going to the, I believe we're at the top of the 7th now.
Yes.
And it's 8-3 our Gallatin over Beth Center. And we should see some changes possibly. I don't know. It seems like we're
Not many.
not many. Jade Smith moves to looks like second base.
Second. She's had some time at second, mainly behind the plate, but she's had time at second as well.
And pretty much that's your outfield, and everything stays the same. Couple warm-ups here for Mosier.
We saw Mosier staying loose in between innings here, getting a couple pitches in, maybe to get the mechanics down, stay loose, stay ready.
When we saw her run by earlier to go get warmed up, it was the inning was almost over. So
yeah,
she
so
probably
still pitched a 1, 2, 3 inning, presumably cold.
yes. And one more, and they shoot it down to second.
Bezak will take the warm-up throw.
Pass ball simulation. Yeah,
Nice strong throw.
Absolutely. Well, Colonials here. I mean, let's see what happens here. They had a good inning last inning. Very productive from the mound.
Yes.
Outfield not getting a ton of work today.
No. It's been quiet, especially in right field over here.
Yeah, you know, I was kind of hoping to shag a fly ball or two from in the fouls here, but
yeah. Get on a web gem.
That's right.
A web gem in the top 10. Broadcaster catches foul ball in midair.
Yeah, it's going to go to
softball as well.
That's true.
Maybe it'll go on the Colonial top 10 list.
Well, that's what we kind of got to get Mr. Nuttall to work on.
Yeah.
and his crews.
Jeers and cheers.
That's right. And it's going to go to a 3-0 count. So Hanel pitched, not Hanel, but Kenzie pitches 3 to the outside. And this one you got to expect a strike. Who kind of
Yes.
cares if they're going to swing?
And there it is. Comes in with a strike.
You know, I expected more cheers today.
Yeah, me too.
So now she gets back to a full count. So actually a really good opportunity here for Mackenzie to get out of this at bat without giving up a hit or a base on ball here, hopefully.
Yeah.
Green light for both pitcher and
Very late on the swing.
that's her 3rd strikeout.
I see a lot of strikeout stuff here coming from Mosier. She has a lot of tight spin, some decent speed on her fastball, and she knows how to pull the string effectively as well.
Mm-hmm.
So movement on her fastballs, firm fastballs, and awesome breaking pitch.
Another first pitch strike though. That's probably one of my favorite things in baseball is get a first pitch strike, come out
Yes.
early.
Get ahead in the count, then the pitcher's in the driver's seat.
Absolutely.
As that's outside, as that pulls the count back to 1-1. And here comes the pitch. It's going to be high.
Yeah, like I said, I like the high pitch, but I'd probably lay off that one too.
Oh yeah, that one's a little too high. You'll hear it from the coaches if you swing at that one.
No question.
And that one's going to be low.
So now 3-1 in the count. So kind of stuck behind him, get out early on the batter early and then, find
Yeah.
yourself a little behind again. So
Yeah. And here comes the pitch. It's going to be hit on the ground there to Umble. Umble throws on the first. And good stretch over there, and that will be.
yeah, Lindsey
Out.
Robinson holding it down at first.
Yeah, very, very good glove out of her.
Well, 2 outs here. I believe in the top of the 7th.
Yep. And here comes the pitch.
So I'll tell you what,
Little
she's a
outside.
low ball thrower, though. I mean,
Yes,
she
but-
really throws some low strikes.
And that's what you want out of a pitcher in any level, in any either softball, baseball. If you can throw the low strike and not get caught leaving the ball high, you're usually going to be an effective pitcher. If we look at the pitchers over the years that have done that, Roy Halladay has done that. Closer, you want to go with Mariano Rivera with that awesome cutter inside. And Bizak, strong throw, as nice charge there, as that'll be 3 outs here as the Colonials come up to bat.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of a miscommunication almost there between.
Yeah.
Okay, was Hannah going to get it, Allie, or the pitcher? And I think but
Allie took
it's probably
charge.
better that one of the infielders had taken it just
Yeah.
because it's a tougher throw for Mackenzie
Yeah.
to being a left-hander.
And usually that's fielded by the third baseman.
Mm-hmm.
But if the shortstop wants to take charge, it's definitely not unheard of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we move on to the bottom half of the 7th here. Bottom half of the 7th, it's 8-3, Galton still. A lot of action early on.
Yeah.
And with the new pitchers coming in, it's actually slowed both teams down
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah. Both pitchers running rough shot through the lineups.
Looks like they're putting some new faces out there in the field, and I would expect possibly the same for the Colonials at bat as well.
Yeah.
Looks like we have on deck is Trinity Ankrum, number 12. She's going to step in and take her first set of
Yeah.
swings. Coach Searock and Coach Flowers kind of getting everybody in order in terms of substitutions and
Yes.
such. Well, here we go. Number 6 actually came in. She's actually pitched very well so far.
Yes, very well.
Was that third base earlier? So it was really just a third and pitcher switch, really.
Yeah, that's what it amounted to. That's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know, both teams. You know, you got two scrimmages. You're trying to fine tune your game. So
yep. And swing and a miss here, chasing a little bit high.
yeah, and Trinity Ankrum coming in. She's a, I believe, a sophomore, or actually a junior, playing right field. So most likely that's where we'll see her in the field as well.
Yes.
0-2 count. She's definitely behind on the pitcher. I expect some off speed. They give it to her, and she
Throws on the first.
Yeah, tips it back to the pitcher. So
Just
I mean,
hit the inside part of the bat that time.
yeah, just not enough to get the barrel on it. So
Yeah.
now next up, let's check on the number 17. So 17 here would be Haley Barkley, freshman.
Yes. Another young face. Pitch will be in for a strike, low strike.
Yeah, but you know he's pretty consistent most of the.
Well, I said it at the beginning. He's probably going to be a little bit low to bottom end of the strike
Barkley
zone.
puts the bat on the ball.
Knocked down shortstop. Just couldn't make the play. So the runner is safe.
Absolutely. It's Haley Barkley with a hard ground ball to short and bobbles it a little bit. And she was safe.
Yep.
So number 14's up. Hannah Banks, I believe.
Base hit. Nice hit.
Hannah Banks with a nice strong single to the outfield. So another first pitch. You know, you're noticing it a lot today was these first pitch hits.
Yeah.
You know, for the Colonials. So very aggressive at the plate.
Yes.
I'm going back with number 2 here. Katie Kelly's coming up to bat. You know, the ref telling her to tuck her shirt in. We saw that with our 9th grade team.
Yes, we did. 9th grade basketball.
Yeah, make sure your shirt's tucked in. So that was a big point of emphasis.
Yeah, some of the guys didn't even have a drawstring on their shorts, but rules are rules.
2 on.
Gonna be smacked to shortstop, and he'll get to easy out, lead runner at third.
Yep, Barkley will have to be retired and go back to the dugout there with Katie Kelly on the fielder's choice. Number 5 that's coming up is Grace Roba. Earlier we saw her lay down some bunts, and you know, one time successful, the other time I believe was a pop and missed. And the other one she bunted right to the pitcher.
Yeah. And be low again.
Well, Colonial's got 2 runners on here.
And that will be a strike.
Really, I mean, you really got to perfect this, though, in terms of do the bunting. I mean, it's a lot of a timing issue.
It's tough. And there it is. Back to the pitcher. Nobody covering first base, as that is a fielding lapse there, but will be marked as a base hit. And
all Colonials are on.
A lot of lack of communication there by Beth Center.
So coming out of the cage here would be Jade Smith with the bases loaded. Familiar spot that she was in earlier, where she had a single one. I believe she had a base. Yeah, it was a big hit earlier on. So senior Jade Smith steps in. High pitch.
High.
Just 1 out, I believe.
Yeah. No 1-2-3 inning here.
No.
It's going to bounce and get by. No runners can advance.
That short bat stop. Let nobody out there.
And the pitch swung on and missed.
Yeah, Jay takes a nice cut at it.
And another swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss.
So 2-2 count now.
Yep.
Evens it up here. 3 on, 2-2 count. She puts the ball in play.
Just foul.
Just foul. They'd probably be better off on that one. I mean, that one could have been it was an easy step to the bag and get one, and you know, with that motion, you could step on one and go right to first.
Fire to first, have a shot.
You know, cut the lead runner.
Yeah, definitely you want the lead runner first. That's going to be over the head of the left fielder. There's those 2 steps in.
Jade might walk in with a double and score all 3.
Yes, clears the bases with a double. Big fundamental error there.
And that moves it to 11-3. You know, I had to check to make sure I was correct, but
Yes.
I know I was.
Oh, we got a handle on this now, Coach Blisk. We're good.
That's right. Cassie Miller steps in after Jade Smith's 3-run double. So, and like I said, you know, the foul was great.
Yeah.
But the big hit, you know, it seemed like the left fielders have had trouble today judging that ball off the bat today.
Yeah, I saw it every time so far, a couple steps in.
2 steps
That's
in, and
not,
that ball just continued to carry.
yeah, that's against the fundamentals. And here comes the pitch. And another thing I noticed with these windups, as these pitchers tire, it looks like they shorten
Yes.
their windups a lot. The motion of the back, it gets shortened. Just like if you think about a pitcher in the majors, whenever they start to get tired, you see their backs start to arch upright because their lats are getting tired. It's another thing you see. It's consistent. And
they're not going to get Cassie Miller out, you know,
Speedy.
running-wise, and she's very quick. Jade Smith advances to third, and this brings up number 18, Harley Vance, our second baseman today.
And obviously no throw there.
Miller strides easily into second. Ball in the dirt.
And here comes the pitch.
A hard shot.
There's they're going to call runner's interference there. That's a tough call to make because the base runner does not have to leave the baseline. It's actually it's the fault of the fielder. So I'm very, very surprised to see that call by the umpire.
Yeah. So I think that's the bottom of the 7th, and I think that was it.
Completes our game here today. This very good game to see here for Albert Gallatin.
Yeah, they finished up 11-3 on the afternoon. We saw, 5 good innings out of Maddie Flowers and 2 from Mackenzie Mosier.
Yes, shut down.
You know, Beth Center seems like that was it. So 11-3, 2 explosive innings early on, second and third for sure, and that really opened the gap up. Got 8 runs in the book for him, or 7 to 8 runs, and the Colonials closed it out. So we're leaving you here. Obviously, we don't have a TV schedule yet or not, but the Albert Gallatin Sports Network will also show them probably on our website.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned and we'll get some information out for that as well. But just want to thank you guys for being here and listening to us at the Albert Gallatin Sports Network, and that'll be it.